channel. If you're new here, I'm Ozzy. Today's video is all my current favorites. The first item I wanted to mention are shoes. These ones here I just picked up recently from Anthropologie and I am already obsessed with them. I've been wearing them every day. I think they're such good everyday sneakers and they're very comfortable as well, and I just can't stop wearing them. They look so cute. The next shoes that I've been obsessed with are the New Balance. I think they're the 55, I want to say. I'll link it below. I don't remember the full name. I bought these last summer and I've been wearing them all the time. Whenever I don't know what to wear, I just always gravitate towards these shoes. I just feel like they go with everything. They just make an outfit feel a little bit more put together in some sense. The color of this one, I just feel like it goes with everything. I've been obsessed with this. I can't wait to wear it in the summertime as well with dresses or shorts. I'm very much into wellness and I am going through this wellness journey right now, which I'm going to be sharing more of that in my channel soon, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to share something that I've been loving in the morning. I used to love oatmeal. Like, I literally ate it every day and just got so sick of it and I can't eat oatmeal anymore, but I've just been wanting to kind of go back. I recently picked up this cream of buckwheat and I am obsessed with this. You kind of make it the same way you would make oatmeal, and then I just put like some blueberries and some chia seeds in it and some peanut butter as well, and it's just so good. I love it so much. Buckwheat is really good for you and it just keeps me really full. The Bum Bum cream, I know this is like a very hyped up product, but for me, I am not very into scents. They give me a headache and I just can't handle too scented things, and I was a little nervous about this one being too scented or that it would give me a headache if I wore it, but it does not give me any headaches and I don't think it's too powerful either. It smells so amazing and the hype about this one is so real. And going off of that, I've been loving using a scrub. This one in particular, it's a coffee scrub from the brand called Frank Body. I purchased this during the holidays and immediately fell in love. I always knew I've wanted to try body scrubs or sugar scrubs, whatever you want to call it. I just never got into them until recently and they are a game changer. I am so obsessed. It exfoliates your skin so nicely, and when you put on moisturizer after, it just feels so incredible, so smooth, and I will never go back to not using this. This one in particular is really good too, but there's definitely a lot out there. I'm obsessed with this in particular. It says it's supposed to fight body breakouts and help with dry skin and soften scars and marks. I actually do think that it does soften my scar, which is on my stomach. I burnt myself last summer and I kind of got a scar from it, and it's been softening it so much, so I don't know, I think it does that. This brush, I got it during the Sephora sale, which is, you know, up on my channel. I never knew a brush could make such a big difference. I've been curling my hair and then brushing my hair with this after I curl it, and it just makes it so much better. Right now I didn't use it because I feel like my curls are pretty loose, but if your curls are too tight and then you just want to brush it out with this, it just makes it look way better, and this is just like such a game changer. I think it detangles my hair so nicely. It's from the brand called Day from Sephora. I'll link it below as well. The next item that I've been loving so much, and you know, I feel like it's a trend everywhere, but this Skin Gym Ice Coolie, it's kind of melting right now because it's in my freezer. Typically, I've been loving doing this in the mornings, putting it all over my face for a few minutes, and it just wakes me up. It makes my skin glowy and it just feels so amazing. I put it under my eyes as well. It just helps with depuffing. I literally just like wake up and look forward to doing this every morning. I was influenced by Tatcha with this Bella Skin Beauty Watermelon Probiotic Underarm Toner. I spray this under my arms and then wipe off any excess, and then you can use your deodorant as normal after that. I usually use a natural deodorant, and sometimes natural deodorants just don't do it for me. They just work, but you know, after a few hours I just still feel like it starts to not smell that great. If I use this, it definitely does not happen. I just feel like I'm odor free the whole day and it's just so incredible. So the next two items are books. I love starting my morning with self-development books. I think it just gets me to really start the day off with a good perspective. I'm a huge reader and I post all about it on TikTok and my Instagram stories most of the time. So if you want to learn more about the books I'm reading, definitely follow me on those two platforms. I recently read is Manifest by Roxy Fosse. I'm not sure how to say your last name. This book is so incredible because I read a lot of manifesting books, but I just feel like they kind of get a little bit too woo-woo for me, and this one is just really practical steps you can take. It says 7 steps to living your best life. Other book that I recently read that I'm obsessed with is The Simple Path to Wealth. This is probably one of the best books out there for personal finance. It just talks about retirement, saving, and your 401k and just investing, but like in the most simplest way. I feel like even if you didn't study finance or if you don't know too much about investing, you would definitely understand this book and you would definitely benefit so much from this book. The next item that I am obsessed with are my AirPod Maxes. My boyfriend bought these for me for my birthday and I wasn't sure about them. I didn't know if the hype was real. Honestly, I'm so obsessed with them. I do think that they work really well. I just feel like I love putting them on in the mornings and just like listening to music, and it definitely does block out everything. I am obsessed with these. I think they just like inspire me to go on walks, and I think they're really cute. I love this color as well. Pink is one of my favorite colors. Okay, the next item is something I recently picked up. I picked this up from Target and it's a shower caddy here. I've been wanting one of these for such a long time and I didn't have one. I think it was only like $30 or $35. It has your little spot for like candle, spot for your wine if you want to put it in here. And then you can pull this up here and then you can put like your book here as well, or Kindle here. It's adjustable, so I feel like it'll fit everybody's bath. The next few items are beauty products, things that I've been loving. The first item that I've been loving is this Dior blush. I'm sure you guys have seen this everywhere, but it's the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow. I personally thought that I could not pull this color off. I just felt like it's more of someone with a different complexion than mine. I honestly feel like this could be for anybody. I think it's so beautiful and I feel like I get the hype and I'm obsessed with it so much. The Beauty Blender Bounce Skin Tint. I know Jamie Page was raving about this along with Kathleen Lights. Those are like my OG YouTubers that I still watch and I love both of them. They've been talking about how much they love this foundation and they both influenced me to purchase it, and I am so obsessed with this. It is a skin tint, but it definitely gives me a lot of coverage. I was kind of expecting this to be like an everyday, very light coverage kind of thing. It kind of definitely leans towards more of like a medium coverage, I would say, but it's just so beautiful. It works so well and it just gives me the most flawless skin. Okay, so the next two items I'm obsessed with is my Hourglass concealer and the Hourglass Veil translucent setting powder. I feel like I had to tell you guys about them together because I feel like you have to use these together. This is such an amazing concealer on its own and it's just so beautiful. The shade I have is Silk. It is more of like a full coverage concealer, so if you're not into that, maybe you won't like this. It's just so brightening. But then after, you have to use this under your eyes with one of those powder things from like Amazon. I'll link it below. I think Beauty Blender also has it too. Powder with this. Or you can use a brush. I'm sure that works fine too. This just gives you the most airbrushed looks. My under eyes are not done until I put this on. These are like my holy grail products and I'm obsessed. Going off of introducing two items at once. So this is the Say brush. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I'll link it below. It's just like a buffing brush. It's supposed to be really good for liquid products. It definitely is amazing for that. But I also purchased this during the Sephora sale. It's the NARS Laguna bronzer. You know, I used to work at Sephora and this was the most hyped up bronzer out there, but they had it in the powder version. When I first used it without this brush, I was like, oh, this is so hard to blend. I just feel like it's a bit intense. And then I tried it with this brush and it was like a game changer. You still have to be light-handed with it, but it just blends it out so nicely, and this bronzer is obviously like one of the best bronzers out there and it's a match made in heaven. The palettes I've been loving, I recently purchased these two while I was traveling. Naked Urban Decay Wild West. This is so beautiful. It has like everything you need, I think. The Cowboy Rick one is the one I've been using so much. I just use like the Cowboy Rick and then the blending ones too, like this one and this one. Then I'll put eyeliner and it's just like such an easy quick look. But every other shade on in here is so nice, and you can like kind of do like a colorful look too if you wanted to with this blue green shade. And then going off of that, I have the Naked Urban Decay Foxy palette. Obsessed with this too. It kind of has the same in some sense, but it's more just like neutrals. It's just such a beautiful palette. I love all of it. You can just create such cute looks with this and just nice neutral look. The next palette I love is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nude palette. I think that's how you say it. I used to love Anastasia's palettes. They were like one of my favorites, but I just feel like I haven't used it in a little bit. But this palette made me fall in love with their palettes again. This is just the best quality. It just blends so smoothly. It does have some fallout, but at the same time I just don't mind that because the color payout, I guess, is just so good that it just doesn't compare to any other eyeshadow palettes that I have. One of my favorite palettes. It's such a fun palette that is like very wearable as well. The Lancome Juicy Tube. This is such an hyped up beauty product. I honestly feel like it lives up to the hype. It's just so beautiful on. Like, I didn't expect it to be as beautiful as it is. It's one of the most beautiful glosses I've ever tried. The next two items are the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencils. So these pencils, you can wear them as lip liners or eyeliners, or I think for your eyebrows. I've been loving this one here. The shade is called Wherever Walnut for a lip liner. This is the most beautiful lip liner I've ever tried. It's the most beautiful nude, and I've just been wearing this non-stop. What I love about it as well is that it doesn't move. It stays in place. The other shade is called Dimensional Dark Brown. This is the most beautiful dark brown I've ever tried. I've been using it under my eyes. The Makeup Forever eyeliners are so good for just staying in place and just being long wear, because this does not go down my eyes at all. Like, I feel like a lot of eyeliners after a few hours just kind of bleed down and I just look crazy, and I hate that. But with this one, it does not do that at all. Bobbi Brown Espresso Longwear Cream Shadow Stick. I did do a look with this in one of my videos, and it was just me trying it out for the first time, and I was kind of not sure if it was for me because it kind of felt like it was hard to blend. But I figured it out. It's easier to blend now. You just kind of have to blend right away. I love this when I want to kind of do like a full makeup look, but I don't want it to take too long. But at the same time, it's like a soft glam look. It's not anything too intense in my opinion because it is a brown. It's just such an easy thing to travel with as well, and I've been loving just like putting this on and just putting a little bit of a crease color. When I put this on, I don't really need to put any eyeliner, which eyeliners just definitely take a little bit of time to put on and perfect. I purchased this during the holidays when I was traveling, and I forgot how much I loved it, and I've been using it all the time now. It's the Living Proof Restore Perfecting Spray. It's a conditioning and detangling spray. I used to have a big bottle of this and I loved it so much a couple years ago. It just makes your hair so smooth and silky, and if you let your hair air dry, it like dries so beautifully and smooth. Okay, the last item is the Loving Tan 2-Hour Express Bronzing Mousse. I've been loving spray tanning. I don't do it all the time, and I don't have it on today, but in a crazy routine with it, but just once in a while if I want to feel a little bit like I look a little bit tan. Like, I feel like sometimes bronzing things like this kind of scare me because I feel like I'll be patchy or it just won't look natural, but this did not do that at all. And I know I've been hearing about this for years, and I've been hearing how good it is, but I've never tried it myself, and it lived up to the hype. This is in the shade medium, so it's for light to medium skin tones, and I feel like it's pretty good for me. It's not too dark, and it's just like the perfect tan day. Those are all my current favorites. Let me know what you guys are loving, and if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. About to see the world in action, what we can